Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bantikow, where today we're continuing on selling Barley and getting super hit at that. That's about all I can say for this episode. I've very nearly been took over by a car. I might put in a take, but I managed to record just before I did this. Just before I started actually talking. I was coming out of the farm and I got stuck. I didn't have to reset, I managed to wiggle my way out, but I did get stuck. So that might be at the start of the video, you might have already seen it, so I don't know. Yeah, we've got 200,000 litres of barley left to sell, which hopefully we'll be able to do within the next half hour. I'm essentially going to go until we finish selling barley in this episode, so I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm hoping not very long. Not just because I need to get the barley sold. Well, I need to get the barley sold before the time runs out. Basically, I want to try and get it done by 9 AM in game. Stop! There we go. So, straighten myself up a bit so I'm more comfortable. There we go. So, I didn't mention the last episode, and I probably should have. There is, across the road from me, there's like this playing field, and this random grass bit that used to be a playing field, and every so often, usually during the summer, it's already started. Today, in fact. This rather wonderful John Deere mower comes along. It's a really tiny little thing, it's adorable, and it just toddles its way around and mows the grass. It's surprisingly fast, and the turning circle is essentially zero. In the good way, not in the it takes half an orbit to turn around. Some ships in Star Trek Online too, but yeah, I haven't played that in a while actually. I've been playing a lot of City Skylines and Farm Sim, and this is on Euro Truck and a bit of Formula 1 2013. Because F1 2014, as far as I'm aware, is just a reskin with the 2 new tracks. So, yeah, I have been playing a bit of FSX as well. I like the simulators. No, F1 isn't really a simulator, but I count it as such. I try and race realistically when I can, despite not having a steering wheel. I've been toying with the idea of getting a G27, but I don't really, the game that I'd use it most with would be Farm Sim. So I think I'm going to wait until there's more information on the Cytec wheel for Farm Sim. And specifically a price, because if the G27 is cheaper, I'm going to be using that. And why would you fit? If the G27 ends up being cheaper than the Cytec wheel for Farm Sim, I'm going to get a G27. Because I have a joystick. I could, you know, use a G27 and joystick together to, you know, essentially emulate the Giant's wheel, or the Cytec wheel that's coming out from Farm Sim. But there's not been a whole lot of information about it. I really don't know if it's worth getting or not. If it will be worth getting, or even when it's coming out. I have heard, well, this is the Farm Sim rumour mill acting up again. I have heard news on patch 1.3, as well as the scripting documentation. Now, they don't seem like very important things, do they? Patch 1.3 is probably going to be a bug fix patch again to fix the stuff. Oh, dang it, I've done it again. Patch 1.3 is probably going to be a bit of a bug fix patch to fix all the stuff they got wrong with patch 1.2. That was supposed to be a bug fix patch for patch 1.1. But what I've heard on the grapevine on FSUK, where I check out the forums practically every day, don't post, but I do check them out, and I do have an account, so I can access all of the forums. What I've heard is, with patch 1.3 is going to be the modding documentation. Now that is important because the guys over at MA Modding have essentially said, we're not bringing out any mods until we get the mod docs, so that we can script the way we want to script and use the default scripts in a way that we need. So they're obviously coming up with something pretty decent yet again. OEB are planning on, well, they are doing a full port of the Extreme Bailing Pack, ARN Team's Extreme Bailing Pack from 2013, with the big Heston bales. They're doing a port of that into 2015, into, well, FS15. I have to wait for this guy to pass. Come on, go, there we go. They're doing a port of that into 2015, and essentially remaking the mod from scratch. And they need the modding documentation, in order to get the Heston bales into the game in the first place. What else? The guys who are doing MR need the mod docs to get MR working right. Soil mod guys need the modding documentation to get soil mod working right. There's a lot of mods that came out in 2013 that everybody's like, oh my god, these are awesome. MR particularly, soil mod in particular as well. And we really took those for granted, because I know I didn't. Well, if you've watched all my videos, well done to you, sir or madam. You'll know that I started off with MR in 2013, and while I wasn't massively impressed with some of the MR mods that came out, that potato harvester took me 8 hours to do a small field on Westbridge Hills in particular, I wasn't impressed with a lot of, some of the MR mods that came out. That's because it was really released quite late in the FS 2013 cycle. If it comes out early for 2015, I'm probably gonna get it, and I'm probably gonna MRify a couple of maps, because it was quite easy to do in 2013. I just if you never did in 2013 and you don't have 2015 but you have 2013, I'd suggest getting MR, porting converting a map to suit MR, very easy. All you really have to do is change the wool palette i3D. That's literally it. That's all you need to do. What else? Well, transferring a lot of vehicles to MR was quite difficult, because you had to actually go into the i3D files themselves and edit them, and I have no idea how to do that. So we're down to 130,000 litres of barley to be sold. That's 3 more trips. Soil mod, that's a struggle for me, because I did do a few edits in 2013 with maps, and they normally failed, to be honest. But soil mod is a relatively easy edit to make, to put soil mod into a map. It's just essentially following the instructions they gave you, and hoping to God that you didn't screw up somewhere, because you'll never find out where you did it. All soil mod needed was an XML edit, but it was quite an extensive XML edit. This way again. Can you tell I do racing games? Hitting the apex. Quite an extensive XML edit needed. Possible. There we go. MR very easy. Soil mod not so easy, but doable. Especially if somebody put an actual conversion into the forums and you just copied that conversion because they had ridiculously high numbers in, and it became very, very easy. Yes, I did that. It's the easiest way to set all the numbers is like 999. There's very few maps that have 999 sales. Any foliage there. Dang it. But soil mod does add a lot to the game, so I think I'm probably going to use that. It's going to be fun in my hardcore series, I'll admit that, because I'm terrible at keeping the pH levels right. Never once managed it in 2013, so that's going to be an interesting one. An extra layer of challenge, if you will. Especially seeing as I do like using manure as... Stop! Dang it. Especially seeing as I do like using my manure as a fertilizer, which does lower the pH drastically. So I'd have to spread a lot of lime to get that back up. Stop. There we go. So, looking at it, good. I think we are in fact going to hit the target of, well, not running out of time on the rental, which is good. I mentioned a couple of episodes in Aldridge ago, however I'm supposed to say that, I don't know, that I'm going to be swapping out the map there pretty soon. And I haven't actually recorded yesterday's Aldridge yet, because that's going to be recorded either later today or tomorrow. I'm only going to do 2 episodes where I'm seeding, because I've got rid of the tramlines mod, and that was half the fun of, you know, me doing a couple of episodes of seeding, so... the reason I got rid of it was because the seeder I have in Aldridge was the one that conflicts. I've got the 6 meter Valerstadt Syrian seeder, which conflicts with the tramlines mod because it's got wheels on the back. So I would have ended up with next to no crop on Aldridge, ever. Some of the bigger seeders in the game just completely conflict with it, and I don't want to be trying to do this map with a 3 meter seeder. I'm sorry, but no. Auto tractor as well doesn't seem to work at all. Auto tractor 1.6, and it just seems to be a disaster area. I don't know what's wrong with it. Probably something to do with the lack of scripting documentation. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that is actually the problem with it. No offense to the guy who's made Auto Tractor for 2015, by the way. Just doesn't seem to be doing field detection very well. So, finally we're on to the second to last load of Barley. So I think I will... I'm now having to think, which is problematic, as you may expect, because I'm not very good at thinking and doing things at the same time. I think what I'm going to do at the end of this episode is I am going to buy the conveyor belt and transport it down. That's going to be done off screen. I may do another episode today, so not to go live today, but I may record another to go live in 2 days' time. Just give me a bit of extra time to have that off screen. And see it's ready to be produced. Yeah, I completely wasn't expecting there to be no seed point on this map. Worth talking about, so kinda glad now that I did get the seed mod, the seed production mod, ready to go. I am gonna have to edit a trailer to hold seeds most likely because the Brantner is very small, and that's the only one that holds seeds. That's slightly problematic. what I'm going to do is probably look at putting a seed fill type into something and giving it, I don't know, Barley fill plane or something. Unless I can rip the fill plane from the... Might be able to rip the fill plane from the seed trailer, give it Barley effect, and that should be good. This is me trying to think up ways that I can actually mod something, which... Oh dear. Every time I try and edit a mod, unless I'm just editing the capacity, which I have done in the past, it usually ends up going bad. It's just me trying to stop and turn at the same time. No, there we go. So, I think I'm gonna actually... I think I might start playing a new game on the channel, second game, because while Farm Sim's great now, I don't want to have a channel solely dedicated to Farm Sim. No offense to you guys who really enjoy it. I know you don't like KSP, you've pretty much told me that because you never watched the KSP series I did. That's fine. That was a test, really. Didn't work. Oh well. Glad it didn't in this case, but it grinds on me after a bit anyway. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. So we're up to the final fill of Barley. We're off to do that now. And I think trucks might do well. I may do some Euro Truck Sim on the channel, because I've really enjoyed it. I'm probably going to get the Scandinavian DLC when it comes out. I got going east, probably going to get Scandinavia. I'm going to have to try and get way ahead on videos actually. I've just realised I want to get way ahead on videos for GTA 5, because I want to play the hell out of that game. If I do any videos on GTA 5, they'll be first person videos, because that's a thing. Because we're PC, I'll probably mod it, because there's a PC masterpiece and all that. I did see a video a while back, and I tweeted at this, oh this is it, this is the video that has broken me. It was, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, because I sometimes just post completely random videos or something. I will start tweeting a bit more often, not just, hey, my video's gone live. Thank you, YouTube, for your automated tweets. But, it was a video of a guy playing Skyrim, and he showed why PC is Master Race, and I'm using that ironically. I sound like such a... I'm saying it ironically. No, I'm making a joke at PC Master Race, which is the way it's supposed to be, people. Yahtzee Crowshot made the PC Master Race thing as a joke. That's it. So, gamers just... I honestly think console gamers don't know how good PC is, because they just write it off as, oh well, you've got to spend so much money on the thing. Yes, but most gaming PCs last longer than most consoles. My gaming PC is not the greatest, but I've had it nearly 4 years now. It still works. I've had to replace one part. I said that part was the power supply. Yeah, that was an issue, but, and there are a lot of problems generally with PCs, but you can play games so much better on PC than you can on consoles, especially first-person shooters. Mouse and keyboard controls for first-person shooters all the way. I played PlanetSide 2 for a while, I don't play it anymore because my engine was terrible when I was playing it. From what I've heard, it's become pay to win since I left. Pay to win when I was playing it. I just kind of distanced myself from that game. But it was good. I used to always play sniper and do like 200-yard kills, which in Planet 2 is quite good. Most people walked up to your face and shot you. So, conveniently, as we've just hit 20 minutes, we've gone over 20 minutes. Yeah. Conveniently, we are finished with truck. 15 minutes left on its timer. 257,000 euro in the bank. It's quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my garage here. This is the easiest way of getting a return vehicle. Yes. And this return vehicle. Yes. I'm also going to sell that because I don't need it. What else don't I need? This. Don't need the potato harvester that I have here. And that's it. Also don't need this. So, it is time to lag the game out. Wonderful. I'm just gonna wait for this to load. Come on, game. There we go. We're gonna get in MISC Maru's conveyor belt, and we're gonna flat out buy that, and we're gonna buy the OBE livestock trailer again. I'm gonna flat out buy that in the default green apparently. We're also gonna need a water trailer for the pigs, I've just realised. Thank you, miscellaneous mods. And whoops, in tractors we're gonna get a new tractor. One just to tend to the pigs. We can afford that. This says fence 718. It's actually 724. Bit of an issue there. I'm gonna get the fence 724. So I'm gonna flat out buy that. Let's go and have a look at it. Does this have an in-cap prop? I just think I remember having an in-cap prop. No, it doesn't. Good. Oh yes, it's just very, very loud. So here it is, the beacon's not working. Quite nice otherwise. Fence 724. I'm going to bring the conveyor belt up to the pigs. And I've decided I am in fact going to record a third episode today, so I'll be back in, well, 2 days time with the next episode. For you guys, but for me it's going to be in a few minutes. Gonna bring the conveyor belt down to the pigs, grab one of the agro liners I already have, and muck out the pigs. So until then, I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Bantikow. Please comment, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Because jazz is the way we do things around here. But, oh! I've just realised those mirrors don't work. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. It's a fence 74. See? Pretty. Like the 724. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until I see you again, stay safe, and goodbye.